Hey, everybody, welcome back to my podcast. As life as an independent artist, my name is Grace.
Hey y'all, I'm Alyssa, and today's episode is going to be raw, unfiltered, and honestly a little scary to talk about, which is why we are going to dive deep into a lot of what a lot of us are wrestling with silently. Um, and really, it's the inner voice
Oh,
that
yeah.
whispers or sometimes yells, just go back.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. We're going to be talking about the weight of negative self-talk, the days where our own minds feel like the enemy, and why sometimes just getting through the day is the real victory. So let's start with that voice that tells us to give up, our inner monologue, right? So that voice that tells you to stop, to quit, to just not even try. I know for me, it usually shows up when I'm already tired, or when I failed at something, or when I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted with the day.
Like, no, same. And it's not even loud. It's just a quiet little sneaky line. Like, what's the point? You're
Hmm.
not getting it anyway.
Yeah.
There was this time back in seventh grade where I had tried out for flag football. And uh, people really don't call it football because it's not football, right? You're just
Yeah.
going
It's
after a
like,
flag ball. People are just, taking after it. But I wanted to do it with my brothers.
it's still
Well,
aggressive. Yeah.
yeah. And so he was telling me, like, you're not cut out for this, or
Yeah.
saying something along the lines of that. And I was just like, in my head, me being a little seventh grader, I was just like, well, I guess I shouldn't try out. I was giving myself self-doubt. It was that it
Hmm.
was telling me, you know what? Why try? What's the point?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not like, what's the point? Like I don't have potential. And for a moment there, I kind of believed it. I was like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna try out. Like, this is a guy's sport, whatever. And that was just me saying, like, I wanted to try something different. I want to be a tough cookie back in seventh grade.
Yeah.
I want to fit in with my brother and be cool, be with his friends, be cool. And it was just, something that I wanted to do. And I overcame that little quiet voice that I was hearing and doubting myself. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
No, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try it out. And sure as
Yeah.
shit, I made a team.
Heck yeah. Well, awesome. I'm glad that it was a positive outcome. I mean, I love that example, honestly. Like my best example would probably be like with my music. Like a lot of people have told me, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it out there. Stop doing what you're doing. Like, I'm not sure if it's just out of jealousy because they're not doing what they want to do with their lives or what it is. But obviously that still affects you. It still affects your inner monologue. It's like you're literally pretty much I'm telling myself because you're saying those things, I'm now telling myself that I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm never gonna make it. Oh, I don't have enough followers. Oh, not a lot of people have seen my posts. Like, it's just like, oh, it's very negative. Yeah. Like, it literally just feels like everything is impossible at that point.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And that's where you have to just get away from people who are negative, get away from
Yeah.
people who doubt you, get away from people who don't see the potential. Because I believe that everybody has potential to do anything that it takes.
Oh, I believe it
It
too.
takes determination, persistence, motivation, the right circle, the right crowd
Yeah.
to, to give you that energy and that wisdom and that guidance and
Yeah.
that feel good energy that you need. You know what
Oh,
I
for
mean?
sure. Yeah.
Like it's crazy to think back on this because when I was younger, I didn't really believe that I mean, I don't know. Like I just felt like I had to be the best at everything when I was
Hmm.
younger.
Yeah.
I was in such competition with my brothers and sisters growing up. Like
Yeah.
I had to be the best, and I learned from the experiences because I'm the youngest. I'm youngest out of all of us. And um say to say is like I lived up to my parents' expectations and
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk myself down or out of anything because I was just expected to do everything and not give up. But it's just like, how do we fight that battle of getting out of it and it being a snowball effect?
Exactly. Yeah. And honestly, that's so good that you point that out because, like, the more that it just pops up, the more that I'm recognizing a lot of that inner dialogue is fear, right? Fear of rejection, fear of parents not accepting for what you're doing, fear of going on stage, fear of literally everything. Fear is the main thing that's stopping us. And I definitely think that's a great point because for sure.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you brought up fear because majority of it in reality it's that.
Yeah,
It's what do we really fear? Do we fear of change because of
right.
growth? Do we fear of do we fear love? The fear of rejection, the fear of not
Hmm.
being accepted, the fear of belonging.
Yeah.
And I think that right there is huge with everything.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
a lot of us, we often feel rejection, which is why we don't ever say what we feel, say what we think when we're talking to somebody or perhaps dating or whatever. It's because we fear of they might not feel the same back, or we fear of a new change in jobs because we're just not ready for change.
Yeah. Oh,
And so
100%.
change is okay, and it has to happen to grow, not
Yeah.
only with yourself, but also within your career, but also learn from experience that taking this step, taking this leap by not fearing of what you want to do is, I think it's huge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And those fears obviously come in your inner dialogue and it's like, you suck, or you need to get new followers. You are like body dysphoria. You look weird. Like tons of things that you would never tell you. Like if your friends were to say that to you, you would never be like, no, I don't want to be friends with them. You know what I mean? Like if you want to be okay or comfortable saying this to somebody else, why are you okay saying that to yourself? And that's exactly why we want to get into segment two, which is my mind is my worst critic. And that's what I want to talk to you about today too, Alyssa.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, let's dive right into it.
Yeah, because I just want to discuss kind of like the inner dialogue. Like, I would never be okay if somebody else said that to me. Like, if you were saying the things that I would hear in my head of like, you're not going anywhere in life. You are never going to be able to have the confidence to go on stage. Like, excuse me, no, bye bye. Like, I am not gonna have you as a friend if you ever said that to me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely agree 100%. Like if I say the things to myself out loud to a friend, I'd probably lose that friendship, which is
Oh,
why
for
you have
sure.
that respect and the boundaries
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like knowing sometimes some things should be left unsaid for a reason.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know,
And like, why do you think we do that? Like, why do you think it is so easy to be mean to ourselves?
honestly, I'm really glad that you asked me that. Why? Because the big role that plays in this is social media. It's social media
Oh,
1000%. Like
yeah.
we get so caught up in consuming our minds, our thoughts,
Hmm.
into social media and comparing ourselves with other people. Oh,
For
that person
sure.
than I am.
Me, I do that.
I am. And you know what? And no, and it's so not good because
It's not, no.
we bring our confidence down. Our
Hmm.
is low. We want to get this done. We want to get that done. We want to go work out and go to the gym. But in reality, everybody has different health conditions.
Oh, yeah.
Like I can't do certain things that a gymnast can do. I'm not flexible. I mean, I want to try to be flexible and all those.
Who knows? No, I get that for sure.
Like
Like,
it's like like no, like we are beautiful the way we are, and we gotta stop comparing ourselves to other people, other things, because everybody's lives and experiences are completely different.
I 100% agree with you. And honestly, like going back, like I think definitely social media is a part of it. But I also know I did some research and I know that a lot of people think that self-criticism equals self-improvement, meaning like people think that if we bully ourselves, we'll somehow become better. Do you believe that?
Well, yeah. Well, hold on. Yes and no. God, I hate to bring this up, but you know what? We
I
mentioned that
know.
we're being honest. So I was dating a guy. And the way we broke it off and how we broke it off was we told each other the things that we need to work on. Or,
Oh,
he,
okay.
yeah, it's so
Communication on point right now.
no, yeah. And so like he was telling me I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. And I was telling him he was this, he was this, he was this. So I became everything that I told him he was, and I became better than what he told me that I was.
Hmm.
So, in a sense, I not only became better within, but I became the person that I was expecting out of him,
Yeah,
me.
for sure.
And it's crazy to say that, but it works because it helped me if he didn't point out those things.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for him. So thank you.
Hey, thank you to the past exes for shaping our lives and for bettering ourselves, right?
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree.
So I
Uh,
think, yeah, for sure. So I think like moving with this, so segment three is pretty much making peace with the boring days, I guess, or the lazy days that we have and kind of overcoming that because I feel like all of this is connected essentially. Like you're not having your habits done that one day, like you were really busy that week, and all of a sudden you have a rest day. And you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like absolute garbage because I feel so lazy. Like I'm not doing anything. Like, is it okay to have those, slow days? Like it feels like I accomplished literally nothing, right?
yeah, no, those days are, I'll tell you right now, the worst. Literally the
Yeah.
worst. And I have those, and not have those days more than often, but I'll tell you when it's when the holidays are coming up and it's very cold and it's just I do have those days. But you know
Yeah.
what? It doesn't even matter because those days used to wreck me. Like I would go to bed feeling like I just failed because I didn't just do enough. Like I just didn't push myself enough to do laundry, or I
Yeah.
didn't meal prep, or just the little things that are like
Hmm.
that you could do that can take less than 5 to 10 minutes to do. But
Yeah.
feeling like I didn't do enough that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And honestly, like I get that. And like I'm in the same boat. Like I feel that way all the time. But I'm learning to reframe it because some days aren't about thriving, they're about surviving, right? And that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I couldn't no, sorry, I completely agree. I kind of just like yeah.
No,
No,
you're
but
good.
and you know what? And it's okay to have those days because rest isn't a break from progress.
Yeah.
Part of it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like, yeah, like I've started calling those days human days.
Human days. I love it. Very beautiful.
And if you're listening and today's one of those days, you didn't fail. You're not lazy. You're living and you are allowed to take it slow.
For sure. Yeah. If you're laying in bed right now, I mean, this is a little background I have, but I mean, I'd be laying in that bed right now if I was doing this podcast. So
Guilty.
guilty. Kind of, so going to segment four, how do we heal that negative inner dialogue, right? So everything we've talked about today, that worst critic of ourselves, that inner dialogue telling us, you're not gonna go anywhere in life, like those lazy days, like how do we navigate that, Alyssa? Like how do we change that inner dialogue in our head? Like what is it that we're supposed to do? Like how do
Yeah.
we start healing from this?
Yeah, no, and I'm so glad that you asked that question because I've been itching. I've been itching to just, full on in an answer.
Yeah.
Um, well, with me, and this may be different for everybody, but I think it kind of relates to everyone. And so how do we heal the negative inner thoughts is really like, I know this is so like, it's not stupid to say, but like, I would say less than a zero point 0.5 or 1%. Obviously, plays a factor in like what you eat, what you do, activity wise. Also, too, on who you hang out with. Like, I think that plays a big factor. Like, let's say if I was hanging out with somebody who was just going through it, obviously, I'm going to be there to support, to cater, to care, to nurture, to love. I
Hmm.
have to make sure that I don't take what they're feeling home with me. I know that I'm a genuine and a good friend, but I am not going to get wrapped up in what can I do better for this person to help better me because sometimes negative stuff is very sticky. It's like a
Hmm.
virus. It's an
I
Being around
am
negative
I
people, you kind of
yeah.
thinking about that.
I
Hang around
am
with inspired people, you're gonna be inspired and motivated. Um, I'm so sorry to cut you off. I did not
no,
mean to do that, but
I accidentally cut you off, so I'm sorry.
no,
I
you're
was just
fine.
gonna add on to that was I'm a very big, what is that called? An empathetic? Where you pretty much are surrounded. I'm probably not. I have dyslexia, so let's just like, yeah. Where you're pretty much around somebody. Like, for example, if you're going through a hard time, you're really sad, I'm like feeling the vibes and I attach to that. And then all of a sudden, I'm like sad for you the rest of the fucking week because you're going through something and now it makes me depressed. Do you know what I mean? It's messed up. But
Which is why we're not doing that.
yeah,
Um,
we're not gonna do that anymore. Um, But yeah, kind of for sure. So, how do we start healing from this, right? So, stepping away from the negative people, like you've mentioned, foods is a big one, like red 40, all those like colorful dyes. For sure, make you go wacko. Tons of research studies have been done on it. Crazy. But also, what I think is a good one is
yeah,
kind
and
of
like
just
physical
like,
fitness plays a
huh? Did he say something? I
no,
heard something.
I mentioned that I think physical fitness plays a very big
Oh,
role in
yes,
it too.
yes. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Like even
Really,
I'm sorry. I have like a lag in my headphones when you're talking and I talk. It's just like, all right, you go ahead.
um, as I mentioned, like, I think physical fitness plays a very big role into what we feel and how we feel and what we think. And I think developing, exercise and fitness into that would also
Mhm.
just train your brain to feel good, to like be, just to be like more motivational. I know with me when I go work out, I feel 10 times better than what I was. And those inner thoughts
Yes.
not there. It's kind of just gone. You
Yes.
you kind of just release everything out of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're going through, what you've been through, what you're, currently dealing with, whatever the case is. And sometimes it's not always the gym. For people, it's different. It's therapy. It's going on walks. It's paying
Hmm.
listening to music. It's talking about it. It's writing on journals. It's people have different ways of doing it. These are just suggestions that you can do
Yeah.
to help better those inner thoughts. Um, I think that like it's important to put your mental health first. To not
100%.
Yeah, to not like get into this, negative thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree. And just circling back to that inner dialogue in your head, definitely what helped me is like rewriting that script in my head. Literally, like I'll hear that voice say something like, "You're so behind." And I'll pretty much respond with, "You know what? I'm doing the best that I can." And it really does. It honestly like rewires your brain because then you're like, okay, with that negative talk, like your timeline doesn't have to match with anybody else's. Like you're doing okay. Like, as long as you talk back to that inner dialogue and is like, I'm gonna put you in your place, like, stop. Maybe like you might sound a little mentally insane
Mhm.
if you name that dialogue, but it would be nice to kind of name that dialogue because it separates it, right? It kind
Yeah.
of separates it.
Oh my God. Dude, yes, that is powerful. Like, I've started doing something a little similar where my inner critic gets loud
Hmm.
and I try to imagine it's a scared version of me.
Yeah.
Not a monster, but like, I ask, what does she need right now? Usually the answer is rest, reassurance, or to be reminded that I'm safe.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, like it's crazy that you started doing something so similar to what I've been doing, but say
Yeah.
to say I can definitely relate to that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And like, honestly, like on really bad days, like at the end of the day, we're all freaking children, for real. Like we're all children. We're all children pretending to be adults around here. That's literally what it is. I'm not even joking. So sometimes, like, I talk to myself like a child, like, hey, you're overwhelmed, you're tired, but you're still worthy of kindness. Like, you can still do this, finding that, essentially soothing that inner child within myself, right?
Yeah. Oh my
Because
God.
it's scared. It's fear. That's what we're doing, That's why whatever that is in your head is saying those things.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy. Like it's because like I feel like okay, yes, you are exactly 100%
Yeah.
correct. Another thing that helps is naming the voice. I literally call mine the shadow critic, just because it's like I'm like, you know what? No, like I'm not your weird. Like I'm not gonna listen to you. I am who I am,
Yeah.
and not once am I gonna give you that time and day for me to think about me criticizing myself.
Yeah.
And it's just keeping that distance from, I guess, your thoughts,
For
really.
sure. Yeah.
Not busy reading a book, listening to podcasts, listening to music, hanging out with friends, doing podcast.
For sure. Yeah. And honestly, I think the first steps with the listeners that were here currently listening on this podcast or watching, don't try to silence it right away if you start hearing that like inner dialogue. Just kind of notice it, get curious, and just speak back with like gentleness and eventually just start, if it gets bad, name it and be like, bitch, stop talking to me. Like, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
and it's like you don't have to fix everything in your head. Meaning
Mm-mm.
you don't have to pay attention to the things that your own thoughts are telling you.
Yeah.
Close it out.
Close it
Like
out.
clearly close it out. Like I do
Yeah.
that sometimes because I don't want to get on those thoughts. It's not
Yeah.
worth it. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
worth it.
I agree. And honestly, Alyssa, I think we needed that segment just as much as anybody else listening. We needed to hear like what was going on, how to improve that inner voice, how to improve that negative thinking that we have and tell ourselves.
Yeah. I completely agree. And you know, the part of healing and the part of like getting yourself out of this thought really starts with you. Really starts with facing forward straight on and finding that inspiration that you need again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what
And,
I mean?
oh, yeah. And acknowledging that, this is happening. This is what's going on in my head. This is what that voice is telling me, and to acknowledge it is just the first step in healing, for sure. It's just the first step of acknowledging it's there, take it in, figure out what it is to change that, talk back to it positively. Like, no, I am doing a good job.
Yeah. Positive talk, positive self-talk,
Yeah.
positive confidence. You know, telling yourself that at the end of the day, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
There's no timeline, there's no rush, there's no oh my God, like I'm just gonna not do this anymore. No. And it's okay to have days where you don't want to do anything, but
Hmm.
what's okay is that you continue to make an excuse for yourself for something that you don't want to
Yeah.
be reality.
Yeah.
That's where it's not okay.
For sure. Well, thank you for letting us share this space with you today, Alyssa. If this resonated with anybody here, please share it with a friend or just reach out to somebody. You don't have to navigate your mind alone.
It was so great being here. We'll be back next week with more honest conversations. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You deserve it.
You deserve it. Okay, talk to you later, Alyssa.
Bye.
Bye.